All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash, Barakatham. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all the alchemists across the globe, pushing the word of truth and spirit. I want to say Shalom. I was going back on memory lane today, looking at some YouTube pages that I had in the past, and I looked up some old GMS Chicago camp videos from the past, and I see myself on the other side of the line. And I thought that was funny, and I just want to thank the Lord, because I looked at some of the video, some of the brothers that was in the video. Some of them are no longer with us, and I just thinking about the elders and apostles, about the time that they put in and the great body of work that they have toward Yahweh Shai's name, and to us, how staying the course, staying in the race, giving yourself a puncher's chance to make it up out of here, man. We're not gonna go through here. We're not gonna go through this walk undefeated. I just want to get this precept here in 2 Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. And I brought that out because a lot of these guys who fall out, they get disenchanted. They start to drink waters from somewhere else. They begin to think that there's more to the scripture than what it is, that there's more to the truth than what's been taught. Getting puffed up with pride, being led astray by other wayward doctrines, man. Following after of having itching ears. Being wise in their own mind, thinking they could outshine the elders and the apostles, thinking that they're bigger than the word, thinking that they're bigger than the Lord, thinking they're bigger than the truth. This is the point. But continue thou in the things which I have learned, have been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. And that's what you see with the brothers that are still here. We've been around many, many moons, man. It's funny because I'm at the age now where I'm being called Unc, and a lot of these guys were, in diapers in elementary school, when a lot of us came into the truth, man. And I never really looked at certain things the way younger brothers look at me, but, there is something to be said about brothers who are continuing on, staying strong despite the afflictions, despite the suspensions, despite the rebukes, the corrections, the loss of loved ones, the loss of monetary things, that Jake is still here. Why? Because they believe that it's the truth. We believe that that the Lord has anointed the elders and the apostles to teach us and to lead us the right way according to these scriptures. How the Lord has appointed these camp heads, all right, the elders, these bishops, these deacons, all right, these teachers, and all these camps across the globe, man. All right, this truth is everywhere. And for these brothers, man, for you brothers to keep enduring, all right, and keep pushing on, gives us all hope. It increases all of our faith, man. That we're holding steadfast to the doctrine that we have learned, man. All right? I know three things, man. I tell brothers this all the time. I know three things. I know this the truth. I've never been mistreated. I've never not gotten what I needed or wanted. Ever. And it's truth, man. So these things I know. I know men of the Lord. These things that I know, I'm assured of that. Not being swayed, not being puffed up with pride, but just being humbly acknowledging the gift that we have in this truth to endure and to sustain ourselves only through this word, only through the spirit and the strength of Yahweh Shemi Shai, which he has not given to everybody, man. You know, you got camp heads falling out, man. Yeah, you know, you got camp heads falling out and opening a bag of Cheetos on live playing the guitar, man. You know? You seen the fallouts, man, who've been around before some of us and then fell out, got disenchanted, got bored, got tired, got weary in the well-doing of doing his work. But yet, the Lord has a remnant that he's protecting, man, that they are going to endure. All right? They're going to stay strong, man. All right? I'm going to get this, I'm going to end it. Let me see. Sirach 11 and 20 said, be steadfast in thy covenant, be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. You know, and that's one thing that the elder and apostle have done. There's one thing that my camp heads and my elders have done. Being steadfast in the covenant and that agreement that we have taken up, that contract that we have signed with Yahweh Shemi Shai. You know, Elder Malcolm got gray hair. You know, these brothers are getting gray hair. Brothers are getting gray hair now, man. Our brothers are getting grandchildren now. The young brothers that came in when they were 13 or 14, 15, 16 in high school, they're grown with kids now, man. With families and wives. Going strong, man. You know? Playing the hand they're dealt, dealing with life on life terms, man. This is something that the Lord takes pleasure in. You know, you ain't got to be no senior citizen in the truth, but continuing and enduring, fighting each and every day for salvation, for truth. All right? Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich, man. All right? He said, trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor, man. Keep working. Keep working, man. Keep pushing. All right? Keep pushing, man. Hey, it's no longer an uphill battle, man. We're on the downside of this shit, man. The Lord is coming back. All right? The coast ain't clear, but we see the break in the clouds, man. All right? And all we got to do is hold on, man. Hold on. So for it is easy in the sight of the Lord on the sun to make a poor man rich, man. Hey, we're already rich. The Lord said we have this treasure hidden in earthen vessels, man. All right? So we are gold. You see, we are more precious than gold. You see? In the twinkling of an eye, we're going to be changed. In the twinkling of an eye, we're going to be exalted far beyond what we hoped or imagined, man. So the blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing flourish, man. All right? You know, I'm going to get this part, because some people, it says, say not what profit is there of my service, and what good things shall I have hereafter. Hey, them are not our thoughts, man. All right, we already read with the promises that the Lord is going to give those who trust in him, man. The reward, the crown being placed upon our head by Yahweh Shai, man. That shining of the face that we're going to have, that glow that we're going to have in the kingdom, man. You see? We're not worried about those things, man. Those things are going to come, but it's not going to come if you don't endure, if you don't hold on. Growing old, waxing in His truth, man. Abiding in that labor. Growing old in thy works, man. You know? It's an exhortation for you, brother, man. Keep doing the damn fucking dizzle, man. You know? I love when I see the younger brothers out there still dealing, man. I love to see this, man. I love to see brothers, the lights go on, and when adversity hits, they hold on and grasp on even tighter. Knowing they want to cry. Knowing they want to yell and lash out, but they just strap up their chin, man, and put their head down and go to work, man. Keep doing the work. God can give a reward for it. All right? Don't quit your job. Them say shalom and haba thumb.